What's up, Saf? Oh my goodness. I forgot you're traveling right now. It must be a crazy. Here, wait. It's like 5:30 a.m. for you. Oh my goodness. I hope I hope you've gotten some sleep, my friend. Well, welcome nonetheless. Man, this is a complete change in tone from the last song. I was listening to yeah, we were listening to the Fair soundtrack, which strikes at my heart so well, just mainly because I haven't even gotten far into the game. But I already can tell like the kind of sadness and everything that's coming. But oh man, I need to finish that, shouldn't I? Maybe tomorrow while I'm working on the YouTube combo chat, I'll look into that. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft anyways. We could probably take a bit of a break. Not overdo it. I'm excited. We have a new prospect on cylinders. I'm going to talk about it at the beginning of the stream. Cleaned up my space. We're all set up early. I actually just ate dinner. Um, so I may get like a bit of a dinner tiredness, right before we start. But we're gonna warm up. We're gonna talk about cylinders for a bit. We're gonna talk about how my previous math was wrong. Not entirely, but it wasn't correct. So actually, just yeah, it was wrong. If it's not right, right? But yeah. So, anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It is Sunday, day before Memorial Day. A lot of people are getting off. Lots of time to draw. But most importantly, we're a couple seconds away from warming up. So let's get to it. Oh, forgot to adjust that. I had the camera set up, and Bear's here. Let's go, Bear. You missed it. Bear, we were playing the Fair song, and I also forgot to do my favorite songs for Friday, so we need to do that. But first, rather importantly, man, I need to like get a set of buttons to make this easier for me or something. I don't know. All my transitions and stuff. This is a good song. I've been actually listening to this one quite a bit. Let's get warmed up. So yeah, I have a lot to talk about cylinders. Thank you, Proco, and I have to get the source for the other person. I'm actually edit what I posted in the Drawbox Discord to talk about that. Very cool, like, oh my gosh, how did I not know this beforehand stuff. I'm very glad I figured out. It's kind of, like I said, it's hindsight bias obvious, but I really, after looking through the 250 cylinder challenge stuff, I don't see it. Yeah, it's way too early, but it's cool to see Saf here. Jeez. Oh wait, okay. Making sure all the audio is going through properly. Bear's been hard at work. Man, Bear. Oh my gosh, I didn't have a moment to. Wow, voice crack. I didn't have a moment to talk about it in the Discord, but holy, I don't know the character that you just drew, but I think you've done an like supremely excellent job. Even though it isn't like fully rendered to the same degree as Mata's, I think the construction, anatomy, and stylization is all there. Comparable. Sleeping on and off in the bus. I hate bus travel because it's the most like interrupted, ugly sleep you ever get, right? It's so tough. Let's do this. Let's change it up a bit. Whoever are staring at the screen was worth it, methinks. I hope I get some complimentary breakfast in this class. Did get dinner. Very cool. I would hope so too. It's a lot of traveling and very little eating. Now we do cleaning and drawing boxes. Heck yeah. What a peaceful little afternoon slash night. Today was rather good for me. I woke up, played some games, uh, hung out with my family, helped my family cook a little bit, just chopped up onions and stuff, nothing crazy. And then finish the cylinder animation. And I'll be picking up probably this YouTube combo chat probably tomorrow. That is definitely not the vibe. Rice, lentils, and a meat stew for wow, that's loud. For bus travel, huh? I mostly eat the stew and rice. This like playlist started with the Spiritfarer, and now it's doing like all this weird stuff. Which good music, but not the same vibe. And I apologize if you guys can hear my dog in the background. He does that. He be doing that from time to time. Is the cylinder thing by any chance can be used by other people? What do you mean? Like the technique, or just like the fact that it's a box? Like it could be used in other situations. We'll go through a full explanation, and yeah, because it's just a different way of looking at it than one article that I need to link, and Proco talks about it. This is the why explanation rather than Proco just mentioning it. Also, Proco's video on cylinders was just excellent. The thing you made. Oh yeah. Anyone's free to use it. If you need to send it to anybody, of course, yeah. Everything I make is for anyone to use. If you want to save it for later, send to some people, whatever you need. Actually, I'm gonna charge everyone who even looks at it $3.99. And the only way you can get to the link where you buy it is through my Patreon tier 3. The why explanation. Well, that's the thing. It's not the same problem as the why method. Because this exists in any point perspective. So long as there is an ellipse in perspective, this will exist. When I was writing my thing for Drawbox for it, and I was even doing like a whole write-up for it to make it look fancy, but I was like, I'm not doing all that work. Because probably not many people are going to see it. I found myself like when I was writing, I wrote it in Google Docs first because then I was gonna like put it in the thing, and I was using the same language as I use for my like algorithms proofs. I was like, I should probably not do that. It doesn't make much sense. Sorry for the nerd chain we did when you posted. It felt bad. It was very impressive. Thank you, thank you. I'm a promote cab. Huge, awesome. Thank you very much, Saf. You don't have to, but that's very kind. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a bit like, oh shoot, I guess they didn't like find this cool. I wasn't hurt by it per se, but I was like very surprised that everyone's like, "You're doing math, you nerd." I'm like, what? But yeah, I wasn't too offended. I definitely pursue art more analytically than most. Actually, not even most. I just pursue it more analytically because there's plenty of people who do the way I do it, and there's not a right or wrong. It's art. Just for my means of education and fully understanding things, pursuing certain subjects to this degree, really honing and saying why, going that far has made all the difference for me. That's how I made such a difference when I did my little sphere arc in the middle of lesson 4, and the upside down constructions right before lesson 5, stuff like that. The only thing stopping me from streaming more is often your camera. Ah, gotcha. We're just too art hive mind hating art is part of our genes. I'm just happy. That's the whole thing, is why I pursued this. Not only because, I'm just weird like that and I like looking into these things. But also it could help someone, right? Like this simple diagram, taking all the skills I have in animating things and making videos and writing and everything, putting it all into one little 10 megabyte file that someone can look at and then glean, oh shoot, I've been doing cylinders wrong this whole time, just like I did. And now it's just a GIF, right? Everything I learned right there is just a GIF. That's why I do that. Yeah, I'm very excited. Reading a book that explains different ways to think about approaching math and science, so hopefully that'll do something for me. Huge! What book's that, mind me asking? You don't have to say it if you're not comfortable. My mom sometimes looks at me and gets frustrated in my mind to the point I need to punch my table. Oh, goodness. Then I get back to after a 5-minute break. Art can be very stressful. I feel like, I'm Googling his name because for some odd reason I always mispronounce it. Okay, yeah, Zapata. Okay. Steven Zapata. He's probably the best person for, like, explaining. I don't know, I haven't watched tons of his videos, but from the little I've seen, I feel like he'd have a wonderful takes on, like, why we get frustrated. How to deal with that frustration. Not entirely sure. Once again, I haven't seen all of his content, but he looks like a wealth of information on that. Probably Marshall Vandruff. Yeah, Steven Zapata. I can't escape him. Like, in the best way possible. Like, everyone is like, hey, look at this new video I found. I'm like, what is it? It's a Steven Zapata video. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. I'm reading a book that explains, A Mind for Numbers by Barbara Oakley. Huge. Mind for Numbers. I'd say the huge thing that got me into, I'm not going to really call it academia because that makes me sound like a lot more intellectual or stuff like that than I actually am. But like academics. Academia is too intense. I'll say academics. The whole reason why I love textbooks and I love doing that was, one, I grew up on that. My parents, when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to play video games or do the absurdly fun stuff unless I made like a notable amount of progress on my homework immediately once I get home. And that's really productive because now I have the whole afternoon to myself. And so it forced me to not only kind of rush my homework, but I had an incentive. And then from there I learned, well, the textbook is a wealth of resources to accomplish this. And I started treating it as a game. How fast can I complete this? I started min-maxing it, for better or for worse, right? Seeing what way of doing it faster while keeping my grade up. But then I eventually fell in love with some of the things. Wolfden with 19 attempts. Oh my goodness. I saw the passion that others had, and then I saw the beauty of solving a problem. Art is solving problems. It's kind of addicting, when you find something that your brain's like, ho, ho, ho. I want to fix that. I want to do that. Yikes. Need to twist my wrist a bit more. And then I think like the first time I'm like, because like, you have high school math, which isn't anything too crazy, and then you get into college math, college physics and stuff, and the first time I'm like, oh wow, this is very interesting, is my physics professor. He specialized in stuff I couldn't even tell you, something involving energy. But physics, he even talked to me. He knew I was a computer scientist. He was like, you probably were not going to find this as interesting as I do it, and that's okay. But through his efforts in teaching, the way he held himself, through his discipline and his integrity as a person, from what little I saw in class and stuff, right? And how he did his research, how he talked to people, etc. I realized that this is a person who has found something that they truly adore and they can build their lives around it. And it could have been anything, but it so happened to be physics, and he did an amazing job at that. Art is like a puzzle once you start understanding it, fun and freeing. Your physics professor resource, I'm sorry to hear. But I'm actually gonna disagree with you on the once you start understanding how to actually do it. On the so when you say once you understand how to start doing art, it's twofold. One, if you mean how to start doing it in the sense of how to start learning art, then yes, I agree with you. But if you mean it's like how to start doing it correctly, then I will disagree because the pursuit of learning art, trying different things, experimenting, seeing that failure, seeing the success, the art as play mindset rather than fun or something that's inherently pleasurable. Yeah, those aha moments are great and they're wonderful. But also that triage in the middle, I do find it somewhat enjoyable. Just like at the gym when you're kind of like struggling to do the push up, you there's that weird rush of endorphins, maybe a little bit of adrenaline. That part of you that likes the pursuit, not necessarily the pain, but the pursuit. I don't think anyone's ever been at that point. I mean, it's awfully facetious to claim that anyone, maybe Kim Jong Gi, right? Um, yeah, in the context of Drawbox, yeah, but like, there's no one on Earth who can see, who can be brought any artistic problem. I think, and this is a bold claim by me. I recognize that, but like, see anything, and be like, I know how to do that exactly. There's, because that means every problem is reducible, which it isn't, or we don't know technically, but every single piece of art. Every single problem contains something that you haven't done before. That was such a nice line because I used my finger against the edge of the page for that. Break down stuff. Exactly. So I wouldn't equate that to knowing how to fully complete something, right? You know how to break it down, but the execution and steps to get there. We'll see. Yeah, I haven't reached that. However, I don't know if I could ever be so bold enough as to say I know how to draw everything. Oof. All this fraying. Ay, ay, ay. Let's do some extra lines. Hot line, by the way. Oh, thank you. That took me a second. That is indeed a hotline. I got confused, like hotline, like the game, the concept, the thing. How many likes do you think my line Instagram post would get? Do you guys think I need to Photoshop my lines to get more likes? 1 million likes I don't even know what the like economy, perfect the way it is. Oh, heck yeah. I don't even know what the like economy is like on Instagram. It's like 1,000 a lot? I don't know. Because like viewers on YouTube is completely different than viewers on Twitch, or like concurrent versus the views, or subscribers versus followers, etc., etc. Personally, I think considering the level of effort and work you put into your work, you'll do amazing. Thank you, thank you. I'm very excited for lesson 6 and 7. Traditionally, it's more up my alley with drafting and stuff. Um, but we'll see. This like hangnail is killing me. It's grim as a hellhole. I could believe that. I feel like most social media platforms are. Huge. Don't talk to me about the CapTools website. I am a bit behind on that one. I think my brain won't let me use like a simple bootstrap template or something. My friend just texted me about the anime awards. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I will get legitimately angry. And okay, yeah, I'm just boom done. End of conversation. I'm already getting mad. I'm already getting upset about the outcome of the anime awards. So I'm done. I'm done there. Okay. End of conversation. Oh, sadly, it got censored. Saf. But feel free to send it to me in Discord. I'll check it out. I forget they do that. Out of sight, out of mind. Yep. Huge. Good to hear, Saf. Oh yeah, yeah. What am I doing? Chat. What was that? I just also had my headphones. Yeah, just drop it in the Discord, Saf. So long as you're comfortable. If you want to just personally DM it to us, I'm cool that you could ask Bear. Can't just call us by a government name when you mess up something. Wait, did I do that to one of you guys? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm legitimately. I feel bad about that. You guys do not deserve to be relegated to chat. Actually, okay. Chat is weird because saying things like "Okay, what's up, chat?" I find that kind of I don't want to do that, but at the same time, like let's see what chat decides. Like everybody. Yeah, it's just like it feels. I like chat member. I love chat member. I think chat member is great. Bear, you've been on it. You had that amazing drawing. You had the pictures of all the geese yesterday, and you like freaking terraformed half the mountain in Minecraft. We should have a chat name tier list. Chat member is up there. Heck yeah. Chat member. That's really all I know. Where's my music? Appear on screen now. Why is it not appearing? Should be up here. What's going on? There we go. Don't know why I was doing that. Saf's name is Pink, and I keep thinking it's Sadie's for some odd reason. It's because Sadie also has an underscore in the middle, right? Sadie underscore lit. No, it's just one word. I don't know. I'm trolling. Because, like, what else would you call chat/chat member? I need to watch some Vinny Vine Sauce. It's been a minute. Okay, I'd say that's a pretty solid warm-up. So, we're gonna actually use this. The Minecraft thing was an impulse thing. I don't even know how I did that. Hey, you did it. Like, it was impressive. Even Iowa, the guy who's, like, making the awesome, huge Japanese style, like, multiple terraced base, he was like, wow, that's a lot. Cool, so, we're gonna take a quick BRB. I'm gonna take a sip of water before I get ready to do the explanation. So, yeah, be right back, guys. Alrighty, I'm pulling some stuff together, everybody. This is gonna sound egotistical, and so bear with me, guys. Bear respectfully. I'm using that name respectfully. You added me right there, huge. Good meal is all I need to wake up. I was like worried that we would start getting to like, yo! What's up, Trent? Don't bear with him, monkey with me. Welcome. Sorry, I'm not sure if Monk appeared. Monk S. I thought we would be like up in like the 7 to 12 range of viewers in like a year and a half. And I was worried because I feel like that's too many people for me to deal with. Or not deal with, but just like have in chat. I don't know. Be here, be watching. And in a weird way, this sounds like coping, and it kind of is a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Holy moly, it's me. My friend is just like instigating right now. He in a funny good way, but like he's messaging me about the anime. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Okay. So, before I become unhappy, Banning Bear. Oh my god, Bear. That I'm not sure if that's rage bait or true. I respect your opinion on the show, but oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Bear. It's rage baiting. It was so. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, your glasses broke. Oh no. I have a friend who's had the same. Sorry, I'm trying to pull together some, get everything one in the things and this stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sorry. Actually, perfect time for the music to fade off right here. So guys, it's a watch party. I'm wheeling the movie cart, the LCD TV in, and we're gonna have a bit of a movie night tonight. Kind of a movie night. Proco. Of course I'm not gonna play all of Proco, but I want to talk about a specific part of this video that was very important. Shout out Proco if you guys want. I could put all of this in the chat or whatever. So we're talking about this first. Okay, that's loud. I'm sorry. That is very loud. Actually, no, we'll keep it about that loud. Okay, cool. So this is about the shifting degree of ellipse and perspective for a circle. Interesting. That's not an ellipse. And yeah, so at the beginning of this, which I think Uncomfortable should do, me too, I love it to death, especially when it's like drawn over. Awesome. Because it shows how it works in the real world. And I'll start playing our music again. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so there's ovals and there's ellipses. Ellipses are defined by where you can take their minor axis or their major axis and flip it over itself and have the same shape. Cool. Why, though, is there this gap? And he said, intuitively, yeah, it makes sense. This part is going to be smaller horizontally because this part's closer. But, okay, how does it shift that much? What gives us reason? So I found this. Jeff Kamengara has a wonderful write-up. Of course, yeah, I'll put all this in Discord. Has a wonderful write-up on the YouTube channel. Yes, I will do that. And I'll also put it in the channel. I'll spread it everywhere. So yeah, this, actually I'll put it in art resources specifically. I'm going to put all of this there. This is a very, very elegant demonstration, and basically what I did in this GIF of explaining why it shifts. It's not purely, it's more, it's a geometric proof, just like I did. And very well done, very elaborate. It goes even to conics, or cones, more specifically, not conics. And yeah, so please go show Jeff Kamengara a thanks. This is great stuff. I can't believe they released it for free. And so in response to all of this, I created something. I used GeoGebra, I think that's what it's called. I created this GIF, which hopefully accurately explains what's happening. So we have there we go. Well, originally we had a isometric box, but now we put it into a 1-point perspective where we're slowly moving the vanishing points towards us. We have the true diameter, which is it's not really great. It's a bit of a misnomer, but it's the line from the center that goes to both of the sides. That I'm also making parallel to the major axis. Then we have the major axis, the longest line of our ellipse. In this diagram, you will see that the top ellipse, the main one, will not change in size. However, because we are moving the vanishing point, the true diameter moves towards the vanishing point. As you can see here, this ellipse has not changed in size whatsoever. The major and minor axes have remained the exact same. However, since the center has shifted because the box has moved and gotten longer, the true diameter has changed, and as a result, the ellipse down here has also changed. So this is also a great proof as to why we can't rely on the minor axis, because the minor axis changed down here. Once the perspective changed, the vanishing point moved, but the major axis on both of these remained parallel and the same size. Craziness. I wish I had like something as intuitive as these two articles at the beginning. I wish I looked into Proco before, and now it's going to be in all my YouTube videos that please, do Drawbox, do it. But try to find supplementary material. Try to do all these other things, because no matter what, no matter how verbose and awesome uncomfortable is explaining it stuff, some things you just have to get through other people's experience, which is also why I love looking at other people's critiques on the Drawbox website. But yeah, so this solves my problem I had last stream, where I thought the major axis had to run through the center. It does not, unless it is in purely... Oh, I can like flip through it. That's cool. Purely isometric perspective. Craziness. So, if you have any questions on how I animated this, feel free to ask. It was just GeoGebra, which is very cool. I did this as a geometric solution. I could have done like linear algebra projections and stuff, but I only took like a basic linear algebra course. You know, I did transformations and projections and like change of basis, but nothing this far. I was watching critique for the boxes, and he just mostly talked about mistakes students made. Yeah, because like, I'm not going to call boxes simple, but once you get the hang of them, they get much more approachable, right? So the only, you know, conceptually to do them, it's not crazy complicated. So the only room to mess up is where other students mess up, right? We kind of invent our own faults. And I think Proco does have a box video. Proco box video. I don't know. There's tons of box videos out there. Whoa, there's this Kavel guy, lesson 2 review, how to draw texture and form. Okay. Anyways. Cool. So, yeah, that is all of this rant. Any questions, please let me know. And let's get to drawing some cylinders, shall we? It's a lesson 2 video, it's not a box video. The box video will probably come at the end, sadly to your dismay, unless I get through all of my video things this summer, which I'm starting after the YouTube combo chat, which I didn't think I'd get to, but we'll see. Lesson 3 first, which is the last video I want to make. I don't want to make it. Anyways, quick BRB again, and then we'll get to it. So, be right back again. Bear, please do not do that. I know you're joking, but Jesus. We only drew... You know what? We're going to avoid the last cylinder I drew on that one page. We're just going to start a new page. Don't tell anybody though, okay? I swear to God, if any of you tell uncomfortable. Oh, we also have to make the semantic search chat thing. Because then I can look up every time I've said, hey, don't tell uncomfortable. I wonder how much he's actually seen. Because, like, if I was in his shoes at the beginning during, like, the first 50 streams, I would personally be like, oh, great, another person waging war on the world and trying to like, make a whole big ordeal of doing Drawbox. Now, this is me, not uncomfortable. This is me. Like, if I was the owner of Drawbox, I think these would be my internal thoughts, and they're quite rude. He lurks every stream. But then, like, once I got to, like, 300, because he commented on the 200, so I'd wonder if he, like, pops in everyone's, he's like, he's still on lesson 5. Celeste, Lena Rain, you are an amazing artist. So, no need to tell him there's a digital record of you saying it. I know, right? Cool. So, without any further ado, everybody, let's do some cylinders. What's the button? Okay, thank you. How am I this far into streaming and I don't know my own binds? Dropbox is a huge ordeal. What's up, Delano? Cylinders. People rarely ever finish it. That's a complicated thing because it doesn't. It's not in correlation to say no one ever finishes it, and that's issue. Uncomfortable has said this many times. People stop where they think they should. You know, a lot of people stop after the 250 box challenge. A lot of people stop right after lesson 5, and a lot of people stop after lesson 7, and then a lot of people do both the challenges and following. What constitutes being finished with Drawbox? Do you have to do all the challenges? It's a complicated one. And these are practically uncomfortable words for verbatim because people have made like a where you have like how many people have finished? Whoa. And he actually did give a number of like since 2022 how many people finished Drawbox. Anyways, cylinder time. What kind of cylinder should we do, guys? We've been struggling on the higher degree ones. I think let's do one where we're forced to move the true diameter. I know that's a misnomer. I'm gonna keep calling it though, so we're gonna do that. Oh my gosh, wait, Promptathon's coming up soon. I completely forgot. Oh frick. Is it happening in the beginning or end of June? I can't remember. Get excited. Get hyped. It's an ego thing now. I don't know when I'll ever not see myself as an art baby. Maybe someday, but heck yeah. Summertime, people get to unleash a bit more of their potential on this one. Okay, cylinder mode. I'm gonna stay away from chat for a second, guys. So if you're putting awesome things in there, if there's stream bots saying horrible things, we're gonna have to deal for now because I want to think about the cylinder. Let's turn it to the left, so this plane is very barely visible. High degree, high foreshortening. Streamer, there's awesome things in here. Look. I looked. I fell for it. Is the music loud, guys? Or is it good? It looks good. Yeah. Hovering around -35. Is this a good music sound, guys? Like, generally, would you like it a tiny bit louder? Because I try to keep it around -30 to -35 decibels, but if you want more, I could do that. You'll be off? Okay, have a good one, Saf. Thank you for joining us tonight. Best of luck and safety in your travels. Let's see, that means VP is going to be this way. It's going to be this way. So if I can shift this to be like this, down. Okay. So we want one aiming this one way, and I'll probably do it like this. Oh wait, no, if we're gonna, let's do it like over here then, because that means this line won't be as long and we're not stopping the potentiality of more boxes, more cylinders. Okay. So yeah. Do this. Probably get it. Oh wait, no, this is a new. It's very open. This is fine. Huge. Choked a bit, but that was not too bad. Very loose, very weird. Pretty good, pretty good. Did our whole cylinder rant earlier in the stream. Marching on with the boxes. How's it going with you? You guys see my nose? It's like right underneath my camera. Oh wait, we were gonna rotate the left side. Whatever. Chilling, gonna do my last 2 revision cylinders, huge. Then I gotta do 50%, which I'm not really ready for. We're never ready for 50%, but best of luck. Frick, man. Didn't mean for this box to turn out this way. This cylinder to turn out this way. Yeah, this should have been like... Frick it. Frick it? Yeah, whatever. You guys can't stop me. It wasn't bad, no. I want to do it, Man, looking at the mod logs, it's pretty impressive how many of these are cat. A menace for sure. So yeah, shorter line, longer line. We forgot what we're So that means it's not gonna be a high degree. No, Ken, I'm trolling. Why am I being so... Guys, I spent the past day studying ellipses, and now I'm being silly goofy on MAME. Absolutely. Unacceptable. So I could just do this to about of a 90 degrees-ish. It's not as good, but I don't care. Why am I being so silly? I need a higher score. Did I already read that? I read that twice, didn't I? Yeah. Cool. God, this little motif right here in the song, or like the flute, reminds me of Beastars for some odd reason. Okay. Wow. Very decent precision today. Pretty poor accuracy, though. And I'm not sure which one I'd rather. Okay, so this line is much shorter than this line, I think. Methinks. They're quite equal. Just it looks longer because I angled this one down a bit more. Uh, yes. And because this face is longer, this one's foreshortened more. Cool. Methinks. So this one's foreshortened more, which means this VP is closer. Still want to do pretty high degree here. It's already turning out to be quite small, though. What should we do for stream 400, guys? Why am I moving it in? I don't need to move it in. I feel like I need to move it. Too much. Ooh, this one's messing with my brain. We should, heck yeah. Okay, I think this is pretty neat. We'll see. Still feeling pretty long in this direction, which means we should move it in a little bit. But I don't, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to. We need to start from the inside. Oh. Which one was I going to? This one. What is that? Kitty cat? Virtual cat. Looks like a quite normal cat. To me. How brutal could he be? Too long. Ah. Her name is MJ. Shout out MJ. Hope MJ's doing well. Why am I already doing the cross section? Calm down, Cav. Foreshortened. Foreshortened jump scare. Don't forget to like and subscribe if that scared you. Bear, you will not believe how many diamonds I found today in Minecraft. I was hunting for spawners, and in that process, I brought my Fortune 3 pick with me. Spare change. And in fact, I got to a point where I was mining so much, I was like mining from cave to cave. And I was just spamming making diamond pickaxes. I think it wasn't net profit, just all under the world, just everywhere, literally everywhere, running through caves. I profited. This isn't the total. I profited about 59 diamond blocks. Feel free to take like 3 or 4 if you want to make a diamond set. You know where to find them. Yeah, because you need 4 for a diamond set, right? No, 27 is enough, but you can take 4. That's a pretty good guesstimate over here. What? Ban bear mug. Wow, my hands are sweating a lot. I am not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous with these. But that's just me usually. One thing I've realized while I play Minecraft is what's up, Luffy? Hope you're doing well. I need to start listening to the Draftsman podcast more, and I feel like playing Minecraft while doing that would be awesome. Luffy says hi in the YouTube chat, Bear. This is yet another instance. Uh-oh, these are like barely parallel. Or barely anti-parallel. Uh Another instance where I need to get to work on that YouTube combo chat so Luffy isn't left out. Hi YouTube chat and Luffy. Hello VOD watchers. Skip to 5 minutes into the video for your next hint. Dude, the Nancy Drew, that's the name of it. The Nancy Drew streams have been putting me to sleep every single night for the past couple nights. All I know is that. Ooh, parallel. Ooh, that was a. Yeah. What are you watching these days? Let's see. I just finished. I watched Freerun, and then I jumped to. What did I watched Solo Leveling. I watched Mashal, and then I'm just about to start Attack on Titan. And that is my next show. Do not bring up to me who won the anime awards. That will make me mad. I was even talking about this. I was like, if this anime gets anime of the year, I'll be upset to my roommate, and then it happened. I need to text him about it. Oh, why is it? Makes me so mad. I liked Solo Leveling. It was fun. I wouldn't say it is years worth quality. Nor is the main character so wonderfully written as to demand merit compared to any other characters from any other works of fiction that I regard as some of the best anime and manga ever. Sorry, some of my favorite. T-Bait? At the beginning after the end, I have not watched that. I haven't even heard of it beforehand. Oh wait, it's this show. Interesting. It was a popular vote, makes sense then. Ah, Kavel, your cylinders weren't that good today. Sorry, I was just thinking about the Anime of the Year awards. No, that was almost horrible. Wow. Wow. We're messing a lot of these up. You know what? Screw it. Nope. I'm not dealing. It was doomed from the start. I don't care. I'm not dealing with it right now. I'm not having that. It's not my house. Not my house. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. People are saying that the plot is great, but they ruined it with the animation. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. Want to know something that's great, has wonderful animations, character writing, music, everything, backgrounds? Farron. I think Farron's pretty good, methinks. Wait, what are they saying? What do you mean by both? Are you still talking about the beginning after the end for the animation? Or because yeah, I'm gonna say like I don't remember seeing anything in Solo Leveling where I was like, wow, this is better than the animation and animation plot for what? For gotcha. Okay. Yeah, for like Solo Leveling, I'm like, I haven't seen a single thing in there. Like, this is the thing, right? Game of the year, I didn't play most of the games, so I could be like, okay, well, I'm rooting for Balatro because I play Balatro. I've never played um half of these games, right? Especially what was the PlayStation one, which I really didn't get. I because it just looks like a PlayStation kind of demo game, but I assume that, a lot of people loved it and a lot of people testified and were happy with that decision. I'm hearing a lot of people upset about this one though, and for a popular vote, I'm not sure if that's how that works, right? Okay, I'm gonna do like some of this. Do you guys have to? I have to close my eyes when thinking about things in perspective, like specific Astrobot. Thank you. Yeah, it looks fun. It looks really good. It looks good, like aesthetically. I'm not sure about playing, but so Astrobot. But hearing the Balatro theme at the Game Awards, I felt like I could lift a boulder. It sounded awesome. Okay. Um. Yeah. For those who don't have aphantasia, I guess. Um. Whenever you imagine things, like I can imagine things like with my eyes open, and like imagine, okay, apple rotating in space, cow rotating in space, right? Weirdly, the cow rotating in space has a black background while the apple has a white background, and I can't do much to change that. Anyways, when I want to imagine something like very, very specific, like a box foreshortened this way, I have to close my eyes. It's like very hard to change it. I could kind of like imagine specific boxes, but if I want to adjust it, it has to be in my head. And even then, it's nothing specific. Like I couldn't put it on the page. It's just like, oh, this side is more foreshortened than that side. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I have in my head. Script big, but yeah, I will say it here. I'll stop dancing around it. I'm upset that Solo Leveling got Anime of the Year. I try to imagine the line on the page. Interesting. I've done that from when it comes to vanishing points. Like when I really look at it and I'm like, there's a. I can see it like as I draw it. It's weird. I'm not see it on there. A lot of this is like hyperbole. Nice. Making sure this is more than 90 degrees. Boeing. Yikes. That is definitely not 90 degrees. But that is. I really want to play Skyrim, and that is not good for me. I need a new Skyrim game, guys. Or sorry, new Elder Scrolls. I know that's like, sorry, I grew up on Skyrim. Sue me. I know Oblivion is out, and apparently it's very, very good. I'm just not sure if I want to play it. Right now at least. How long ago did they announce Elder Scrolls 6? Okay, this feels more than 90 degrees. Zoink Scoob. Okay, let's make a square. Let's foreshorten it, so it's gonna be a lower degree. I lied. Because I want to watch that true diameter run away from us. I gotta get out of here. Just scramble. Cartoon sound effects. Skedaddle. Scoodle, get out of here. Get out of here. Sorry, the little guitar riff in this that just happened in this song reminded me of Andrew Prowlo. Andrew Prowlo, my beloved. This looks square. It feels square. It is square. Guys, you have to become the box. Would you guys stop watching my streams if I got like super... Like, if you want to be an artist, you have to become the box. Which I'm not saying is invalid, just I think that's way too in it for me. Become the box if you need to, but at the end of the day, you gotta get ink on the page. What was it? I'm not sure if it was in the Tao Te Ching or the meditations book I read on it. But it was like, pray so much to a rock that it becomes alive or something. I don't know. I don't endorse box transforming. Wow, Bear. A stance like that in 2025? Personally, I support all box. That sounds very like Eldritch. Like people just like morphing into boxes. That's an SCP. I need to go to IKEA. IKEA is my safe place, man. IKEA is awesome. Like, I cannot tell you why, but I feel safe in an IKEA. That reminds me of a video I'll send later. Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't know why. IKEA's just made me like, I'm mint here. This is for me. And which is weird, because I usually don't do well, or like, I don't get good vibes in places without like natural sunlight. In a lot of IKEA, there's no natural sunlight, because you're just like in this warehouse. But it's laid out like so ergonomically and well that I'm just like, I'm vibing. I'm happy here. I could get that. I can totally get that. It's weird because in a place like that, like by all accounts, I would be overwhelmed, stressed, and etc. But like I don't feel that way in an IKEA. Plus all the yeah, I'm imagining kind of like a line right here, but that's about it. As far as my line imagination goes. But yeah, part of it, all the IKEAs near me are like very empty all the time. Maybe for like college season, they're less empty, people wise, not object wise. And so like working there seems like a blast. Maybe a bit lonely. But then you also have your coworkers. I don't know, why am I romanticizing an IKEA? Everything's organized. Maybe that's a huge part of it. My brain likes that. The Blahaj, dude. You know what? I may every summer I'll just go get a new stuffed animal from IKEA. What did wait? Okay, we'll do this box because this is like our second time being neurotic. Um, we'll look up what other animals they have. Because they aren't like stupid expensive. Like, did they even mark up Blahaj after it got popular? I don't think so. Bowing lines. You hate to see them. Sorry, Bowing lines. You deserve better than that, but I do not enjoy seeing you. Solo leveling. This one's messing me up. Dude, wow. Ooh, that's off. Check every angle, guys. Bear, I have a quick question if you're still here. See, have you ever treated me, Still a Stew, or Uncomfortables videos like follow-alongs for drawing boxes? Sure, we each have our own way, but have you ever tried like doing it like line by line? Like you watch them draw a line, you pause, you draw it with them. I'm just curious, like you don't have to do this or try this. I just wonder if it's a strategy you've tried. I'm making such a weird face right now. Why am I that focused? I haven't actually, but something I could do. I'm more inspired with your boxes. You have good dressmanship. Thank you. Just sadly, they do take me a very long time because I'm so neurotic with guesstimating the VPs. Yeah, I need to make it a habit now just to watch tutorials like Start Lasher. It's so addicting, right? It's like Amazon shopping. Add to cart, save for later, buy now, buy now. Actually, none of it's buy now because I'm never drawing whenever I do stuff like that. It's such a because it's intoxicating, right? It's like so easy to watch an art video and be like, ah, yes, I can now draw this, or it's in my mental library. I think that happens with me most with either Sam does arts or watching like speed paints of like fantasy characters or stuff, or just reading comics. Like that's probably my biggest. Like I'll read a comics and be like, oh yes, art. Something's off here, and me don't like it. But me not know what off. Monkey want orange, give orange. Me orange, give C orange, give you orange me. This is giving me weird vibes, guys. I don't know. Whatever. If you change from the plucking of this music and change some of the instruments around, I feel like this would be a Minecraft music disc song. Like change the violin or whatever string this is to like a saxophone and like got rid of a lot of the other instruments. Like whatever's causing that little trill in the background, like a guitar or something. Is that a clarinet? That's a clarinet, not a. Is it? It sounds like a clarinet. Who knows? I've never been particularly great at recognizing instruments. It's a bit of a blind spot. It's weird. Yeah, these are. Yeah, I forgot how difficult this line is. My guesstimation is decent. It's not feeling very square though. See, that's feeling a lot more square. I'm gonna go to IKEA one of these days just to feel something. I told you guys I wouldn't take greedy sponsorships unless I like truly believe in the product, like Drawbox, and even then I wouldn't get sponsored by Drawbox because I just like it. But I think I'm gonna make an exception because I don't necessarily believe in everything IKEA makes because I don't know and I don't know if they're fair priced or anything like that. But I'll take an IKEA sponsorship. I'm sorry, I'll do that. They have meatballs, dude. I think we'll compromise on right here. You figure out a way to stop this. Overshot it a bit. Very rectangular on the bottom. Ay, 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 ay. Oof. That's shucks. Gorsh. I'm gonna act like it's right here. Like because like this line's off, but if I just pretend it's right here. Oof. I don't know who I got that from. I stole it from somebody for sure. See, this one was more center, but it's also rectangular, which sucks. Also, guys, even though I'm not sure how many people are watching, but for these, it doesn't really make it's a bit crowded if you draw the center line all the way through, but I recommend it because you could stop right here with the center line. You can go from here all the way down to right here, and that's fine. But drawing it just a little bit past it, while a bit unrealistic, it gives you a better minor axis throughout the entire thing. So I would recommend it. Makes your life a lot easier. I have a story time for you guys. I was a very much a problem child. And one summer we had like a college babysitter, right? The classic like, random parents' friend's daughter to babysit us, right? Um and like I was just such an issue. I can't remember what happened. I think I was like kicked off of a video game or something, and I was like in the yard. And I was like playing far away enough where like my babysitter was like, "Hey, don't do that" or something. And I thought I was far away enough, so I was just like, "Fuck you," like under my breath, and she went like, "What?" And across the yard. I've never been like, "Oh my god, adults have like super hearing. How did she hear that?" I freaked out, and she's like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "Nothing." She's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "Nothing, nothing." So kids at home. I hope no kids are watching these streams, but people at home, people who have kids, because like the average age range of my channel is like 25 to 35 or something. It's like 25 to 30. Um, for all those about to have kids or who have kids, convince them that adults have super hearing. The average age isn't that, but the majority is. It's like 20 to 30%. Not even the majority, the largest age group. Also, there's a big jumping spider outside today. Like huge, the biggest jumping spider I've ever seen. I tried getting it was very not much. It very not cool to me. I was trying to get it out of the concrete where it's hot, but yeah, we have fathers and mothers in our community. I'm not sure. It could be because this is pulling data from my lesson 2 video. And I guess we're just seeing an surge of people in their 20s to 30s who are wanting to pick up art, which I think is awesome. Maybe it's because a bunch of people in their 20s to 30s realized, oh shoot, I like expression and all these things, and they're awesome, and I want to pick it up. Or maybe they see awesome art being made nowadays. They're like, I want to do that. Or maybe they left their YouTube autoplay on. I'm a mother of 3 white dogs. Are they white crusty dogs? The crustiest they could ever be. I'm sorry to say, Bear, but I'm a big non-crusty. I just hate little yappy crusty dogs. I'm sorry. Hate is such a strong word. I actually mean that. Like, I'm sorry. I actually don't mean. I prefer the big boof dogs. All dogs are awesome. All dogs and cats are awesome. I love them all. Um, but white crusty dogs. It's a piece of work. Yeah, piece of work. Because like German shepherds are also a piece of work, but like they can actually hurt people. Meanwhile, white crusty dogs, they can't hurt people really. They're like 0 damage. Oh wow, this is like almost straight through there. So like German shepherds, you train not to do that, but like white crusty dogs, you can't train. There's no training those things. They just happen. Agents of chaos. They don't have enough RAM to like store instructions in their brains to be trained. And that's why people love them. And I love them too. In fact, my roommate, I wouldn't say it's a crusty dog, but he's a white tiny dog, basically crusty dog. But he's the absolute sweetest, so. When we get into figure drawing, we're gonna have to go back to YouTube, which means we won't have game music anymore. We'll have to go back to my royalty-free mix. It also means our Twitch will basically get abandoned, which actually kind of sucks now that I think about it. There has to be some alternative. My only male dog is the alpha and is overly. Oh wait, automated. How's the alpha and a coward? I'm the alpha. I'm the. He barks at everyone that comes in, but is scared of everything. So my dog Moose, the Pyrenees, he doesn't bark at everything. He bark everything in the yard, but like when people, yeah, he barks. Yeah, actually no, he barks a lot. But man, he is scared of everything. Sorry, that stupid TikTok. I'm the alpha. I'm the one who hunts. Like that whole. Oh, I loved seeing. I don't know why. I had a whole thing a few years ago of watching compilations of those edits, just because I was like I don't know. I'm not laughing at them, but I'm also like I don't know. An appreciation of the game, I guess. I don't know. Like I grew up, like I said in the previous show, I grew up in those kind of communities. I get it. You'd never catch me doing that, but I get it. Okay, guys, this is gonna be a longer stream because we decided to muck up an ellipse or two. Just one actually. Time to game. That's just stupid. So let's think about this, right? We know, and I put this in the Drawbox Discord. This was my conclusion basically. The true diameter of an ellipse chases the vanishing point. So which points are more vanished here? It's over here. This is the furthest away point on the box on this plane. This is the furthest away from us. So we know that the center line so let's say this is the minor axis. So ideally, actually, it's not going to even apply here. Well, actually, it applies in every direction because it's a circle, but we have the page we're working on. Whether we know this direction, because yeah, we're gonna be perpendicular to this, and we know it's not going to be through the center. It's going to be to the left, basically, because we know this is the point of the box that is furthest away. So it wouldn't be in this direction. Why would it be the further part? It has to be the closer part. If it could only move up and down this line, then it has to be in this direction. So knowing that, and knowing that it's perpendicular, I'm going to guess the top of the ellipse is right here. Issue. How does it contact this? This actually may be the end of the stream. I'm not sure. Because like I don't want to overdo it, and I've caught myself overdoing it a lot. So we'll see. But anyways, let's really, really, really sit here and think this one through. I'm cool with that. Because instinctively, what if it's all the way over here? That's not possible. It has to be through, and it has to be between in this box, right? The more foreshortened, um, the more foreshortened it is. How could it touch this? Unless my 90-degree angle is off. I'm gonna get a ruler out just so I can like 90-degree-ify this for my brain. I'm not going to use it. I just want to start thinking about this. We know everything on this side needs to be able to be flipped onto the other side. Right? And we can even move it to the left a little bit. Tracing paper moment. I really want to think this one through and just get this to click. So, knowing this is the minor axis, we're going to need a vanishing point, or a major axis. We don't know the length of it yet. It's far over here. then it won't be able to flip over. If it's far too over here past this dot, it won't be able to be flipped over. So it needs to be in the middle of this dot and this dot horizontally. And it's most likely not going to be on the center. So put down a line right here. We know we need to contact this point, this point, this point, and this point. These seem too close, but we're gonna see. Feels like the this line needs to shift to the right a bit. Let's see what this looks like on top of it. Make sure there's no ink left over my hands, which there is, but we're gonna have to deal. Okay, seems like an option. It's a little bit high there, but it's doable, especially if we shift it over. So let's see if that works. Now, the execution, this is a different story. We could conceptually understand what's supposed to happen here, but once my brain starts seeing all these extra lines, it kind of shuts down a little bit. So we'll try our best regardless. It's easier to draw for me right here, but I'm on the edge of the page, which I don't like, and I'm smearing the rest of the box. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I have to do it the harder way. That is pretty dang good, I think. That is better than usual. And I realized my whole issue was I forgot I could curve. This sounds stupid. This sounds so stupid. But my whole thing was like, wait, I can curve into it. I don't know why my brain was trying to force a smaller degree, but I can curve. I can go as far as I need to into it to hit that top part. Now, this isn't perfect, but it's much better than usual. I'm gonna wait for that to dry for a second, take a sip of water, and then we'll jump to the next one. Sometimes water just tastes so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm skipping the song because I hear it literally all the time. Okay. It's a great song. Hard agree. Thank you. I'm not sure if that's to me or to Lana, but now this one is a different story. A much different story. Where did my tracing paper go? The water take. Heck yeah. Because this one, things get wonky down here, and I'm not sure what is correct and what isn't. Because, like, no matter what we put in here, the minor axis gets flipped, but the major axis is parallel to whatever's down here. I think, right? Because, like, in the thing that we did, oh no. It fell.
I hate tracing paper.
This, I'm not sure how this is accurate to me. Like for what my math did, the water take. Oh, why am I reading that again? The minor axis has become the major axis here, right? But the minor axis is parallel. And then it transforms into the major axis again. So I think it's no matter. So the minor axis becomes, or the major axis becomes the minor axis in this instance. This is a question I must ask the uncomfortable. I love this UI. I know I'm the one who made it. I'm kind of glazing myself, but like, it works. My old one did not work. This works. Okay. Objectively, what's going on here? We know it's going to be parallel to this, which isn't that accurate. It's going to be like this. Be in between these two. And it's not only parallel, it's orthogonal, or like... Now I have to, unfortunately, draw this one at an angle. So we know this is the major axis, so we just need to do this, right? Align it to that. Oof. Not sure if that was right. Kind of muck. Oof. Man, we did so well on that top part and just completely blew up the rest of this. Oh, why didn't I ghost more? Come on, Cav. Okay, interesting. Not sure how I feel about this one, but we'll wait till we grade it. With that being said, everybody, it's been almost 2 hour stream and we've done one box. Technically two, but Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, so yeah, lots of yes and us. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Bear Delano, Luffy, and Safe or Saf. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I still do that. Yeah, not really much to speak on other than that. So, sincerely, thank you guys for joining me. Cylinders are hard. Drawbox is hard. Drawing is hard. Art is hard. But we're marching through it. So, hope you guys have a good one. We'll have a somewhat normal streaming schedule this week. Bye for now. See you guys.